Hi, I'm John Heidemann. I'm a current school board member of New London Public Schools, and I'm running for re-election. I'm a 1990 graduate of New London High School. I've been involved in our extensive family farming operation, agribusiness operation, since my dad put a shovel in my hand. I'm a parent. My wife April and I have 3 children, Henry, Maureen, and Sarah, ages 13, 15, and 17, all in New London Public Schools. I strongly support our New London Public Schools. They have served my family and myself well. With a solid educational base, my 2 sisters went on to be highly successful in their chosen fields of music and writing. I like to think I've been fairly successful in farming and agribusiness as well. Education has been the backbone of our life's work. Parents, family, children. As a business owner, homeowner, and property owner, I take very seriously the need for wise, prudent, and responsible use of taxpayer money. Because as I say, I have skin in the game. Working closely with Chris Martinson and Terry Wagner, we crafted a referendum package, significant savings within the school district itself, to save the local taxpayers approximately $2 million. In doing that, we are doing needed maintenance and building renovations, all while staying on budget. That referendum was focused on needs, not wants, and passed by a record margin. We are served by excellent teachers. We have wonderful staff that care about our buildings and kids, and our administration is top-notch. We do an outstanding job of getting kids to college and technical school ready, with an unbelievable amount of AP and dual credit courses. That said, we have more we can do regarding vocational education. The job prospects and earning potential of going into the trades cannot be ignored. We need to do a better job of presenting that path to our kids. Upgrading and expanding our current tech ed offerings. We need to encourage, promote, and advance apprenticeships, work-study programs, skills building, partnering, and mentoring. Throughout my whole life, family and friends have stressed the importance of giving back to the community. At this point in my life, I can and will devote the time, energy, and talent to do just that as a member of the New London School Board. People who know me would say I'm blunt. I don't sugarcoat things. Well, that's how I approach and continue to serve the community as a member of the New London School Board of Education. I would appreciate your vote. And I'm also endorsing Chris Martinson for school board as well. Thank you.
Hello, my name is John Michaels, and I'm a candidate for the New London School Board in the upcoming spring election on April 6th. I'm running because I'm passionate about putting students first before politics or personalities. I am a team player, and I have no other agenda than success for our students. I am privileged to have served twice before as a school board director and spent 6 years on the governing boards of Catalyst and Next Generation Academies. I'm a professional engineer retired from Pori in Appleton, where I worked for 40 years as a project manager and senior consultant. This has given me significant experience in administration, capital planning, budgeting, and construction. My wife and I have lived and owned a business in Muckwa for the last 30 years. We have 3 wonderful grandchildren, the youngest of which is in 4K at Lincoln. I'm a former adjunct professor of physics and member of the Academic Advisory Council at UW-Stevens Point in the Department of Paper Science and Engineering. I'm a Navy veteran, youth worker, praise band musician, and I spent the last 21 years working as an usher for the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. And probably my favorite job is I also work with a high school tech crew that sets up and runs sound and lighting at many of our school events. Our district is facing a number of issues moving forward: declining enrollment, uncertain levels of state aid, increased competition for professional staff, student welfare, and safety, to name a few. While there are no simple solutions, if we continue to develop a culture of excellence in education, programming, and facilities, it will encourage families to move here, promote open enrollment into the district, and attract and retain highly qualified educators. Wise utilization of our referendum and tax dollars will ensure that we can support student programming, increase building security and student safety, adequately compensate our staff, and maintain our facilities. I'm in favor of appropriate dialogue, programs, and initiatives that serve to educate our students, families, and community regarding bullying, sexting, sex trafficking, and child exploitation. I'm in favor of expanding our summer school program because it keeps students engaged in learning, provides meaningful supervised summer activity, and makes a significant positive impact on our state funding. I'm in favor of partnering with local districts, technical colleges, and businesses to provide educational, training, and job apprenticing opportunities that we alone can't provide. I'm in favor of charter schools with appropriate oversight and accountability. I'm in favor of increasing the district's fund balance. In the long run, this will result in taxpayer savings because of improved bond rating, availability of funds for emergency or one-time expenditures, and reduced operational borrowing during the year. I am opposed to expansion of the state voucher system, primarily because it reduces funding for public schools. Our district's mission is success for all students. However, the path to success doesn't always look the same to each student. Often this progress is judged by grades and test scores, but as we know, great test scores don't guarantee success any more than bad scores result in failure. Whether a student is headed to college, tech school, the military, a trade, or the farm, it is important that we provide appropriate curriculum and training so that our kids are prepared to succeed on whatever path they take. Success is measured one student at a time and may not be related at all to an ACT score or the district's state report card. We are all part of the process of nurturing and learning. Achieving the mission of the School District of New London is a responsibility shared by students, families, employees of the district, and the community. When we work together, we will have graduates who are lifelong learners and who know how to communicate, think critically, and problem solve effectively. I believe that I have the experience and commitment to contribute to this goal and well serve our students, staff, taxpayers, and community. My priority is our kids and their education. Election Day is April 6th, and there probably won't be many waiting lines. Spring elections typically have a relatively low turnout, so your vote is very important. Thank you for taking the time to watch and for considering my candidacy. I would greatly appreciate your vote, and please tell your friends. My name is John Michaels, and I'll be putting our students first.
Hello, my name is Chris Martinson. I've lived in the New London School District for 17 years. I moved here from Michigan. I have been in the hardwood lumber industry for 32 years. I've owned my own business for the last 12. I have been married 42 years to my wife Ellen Martinson, and we have 2 grown sons who both have attended New London Public Schools. I have also served on the New London School Board from 2016 to 2019. Currently, there are 4 at-large candidates for 2 seats on the April ballot. Voters get 2 votes each. I would appreciate your vote as one of them. I would also endorse John Heidemann, who is the only incumbent on the ballot. My top 3 issues are 1, transparency and accountability to the voters. Number 2, being a voice for the taxpayers in the district. And number 3, improving our vocational educational opportunities in our district. Transparency in decision making is critical. Being proactive on this, board members need to go out into the district and let people know when big decisions are coming and get input. As a member of the school board, you work for the voters of the district. It is easy to forget that when you're surrounded by people who are not elected and are full-time educators and administrators and are sometimes eager to make those decisions on behalf of the board. Don't get me wrong, we do have some great administrators here who often give great advice, and it is wise to listen and weigh that advice. But as a board member, you don't work for the administration. You don't work for the state officials in the Department of Public Instructions, and you don't work for the U.S. Department of Education. The greatness of our country's education system is local control through elected school boards. You, the citizens, select who to represent you, and the board, when it does its job as a board, sets policy and direction, chooses curricula, develops educational goals, and sets budgets based upon your input. You are the boss, and I will not forget that. Number 2, being a voice for the taxpayers. Yes, we do need money for schools, and we do need to keep our tax rates competitively low to attract and retain businesses in our area. Board member John Heidemann and I worked to negotiate a cut in the amount the district proposed for referendum in 2018, and we saved the taxpayers $2 million, and showing where we could still have sufficient funds to fix all of our schools. I will, if elected, to continue to be a voice for fiscally conservative taxing and spending. Number 3, vocational education. While our schools do need to make sure students who choose four-year college after graduation are prepared, and our district, I believe, does a good job of that, it is important to put other choices before students and prepare them for other things. Our district has done some things to beef up vocational education, but much more can be done in the future. Many skills are needed in our manufacturing and agricultural-based economy here in Wisconsin, and too often our schools throughout the state are not preparing people for these, and are not presenting basic training and introduction to the building trades, to diesel and automotive mechanics, to plumbing, etc. As the technology changes, we need to keep up to teach the skills properly. I believe we can do more to upgrade and expand our vocational tech department offerings. As part of the hardwood lumber industry and as a graduate of high school vocational agriculture, I have a heart to watch over and be a voice for our technical education. There are many more issues I have worked on during my time on the board, but these are my top 3. Transparency and accountability of the board members to the voters. Number 2, to be a fiscally conservative voice for the taxpayers. And number 3, to work on improving our vocational education. I would appreciate your vote on April 7th. Thank you.
My name is Ben Wickersheim. I'm running for the school board in New London. I moved here about 8 years ago into the district with my family. I have a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful children, both daughters. One is in the middle school, one is in the elementary school here in the district. I have had the opportunity to work at Fox Valley Technical College for the last 10 years, which has given me lots of educational experience, which I think I can bring to the school board as a member as if I get elected into this position. One thing I do want to do as I get into the school board would be to continue to build unity on the school board. I come from a cohesive culture. I've played a lot of sports in my life, which has helped build a lot of teams, and that is one thing I can bring to the school board that I think would be very beneficial to the school, to be a school board member. I also want to ensure responsible spending. I think it's very, very important as a district that we spend our dollars wisely. We don't want to burden taxpayers with extra spending that's not necessary. So making sure that we have the opportunity to spend the money wisely that does come into the district will be very beneficial to ensure that our students do have success. One other thing that I would really like to bring to the school board is the opportunity to ensure that all students have success. You know, the mission of the school board is student success and to ensure that all students are successful. I also want to make sure that the teachers have what they need to be successful, and that the district has everything set in place to ensure that they can continue to build on that success, from professional growth opportunities for the instructors, all the way down to the resources needed for every student to be successful inside the district. I hope I get your vote, and I really appreciate the time.
I'm Gary Hankey. I'm running for mayor again this spring. In the election, I've been a mayor of New London for a number of years. I've enjoyed the work and enjoy meeting the citizens, hearing their concerns, hopefully being able to help them out. You know, I had somebody ask me the other day, well, all you got to do is run the meetings. Well, there's a lot more to being mayor than running meetings. It's meeting with citizens, it's meeting with staff, it's meeting with different committees, meeting with the chamber, a lot of different things that are involved in being mayor, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and I've got the time and the enthusiasm yet to continue doing it. We've got a great city staff and employees to work with in New London. I enjoy supporting them, hopefully helping them do their jobs. They do a great job of keeping the city running on a really good note, and hope to continue this into the future. It's a great group to work with. New London is growing, and we need to plan and set goals for the future for how we're going to handle the growth. We've had a lot of new homes and apartments being built in the past few years, and we've got a new subdivision going in just west of the high school. And we've got had a number of businesses expanding or moving in the past few years, and in the next few years with Highway 15 getting completed, with a new road to the valley, we're going to see a lot more people moving into the area, I think, because New London's a great place to live, it's a great place to have your kids educated, and we want to continue that. And I think we're going to see a lot of growth in the future in economic development. And I enjoy doing the job, and that's why I'm running for mayor again. Hope you get out and vote this spring. Very important. Every vote counts, and hopefully things will work out in the April election. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mark Herder, and I'm your 2020 mayoral candidate for New London. I would like to take a couple minutes of your time to introduce myself and to give you a little bit of background as why I'd like to be your next mayor. I am a New London native, married to Deanne for the past 18 years. We have 4 children together. All of our children have had great success in the New London school system, from high school sports to graduation from the New London Senior High School. After graduation, all of them have chosen to join the United States military. As my oldest son was recently given an honorable discharge after his 4 years of service, and my daughter, the youngest of the Herders, recently graduating from her AIT program in the United States Army. I have worked at Paycon Corporation for the past 12 years. I have also worked with several organizations within our community, from volunteering to being a member of an executive board. Some of the most recent nonprofits include the New London Wrestling Club. I have served as the board president or vice president for the past 10 years of this program. I currently am a part of an amazing organization in its groundbreaking year called the Traumatic Brain Injury Fight for Life Team, serving as the organization's vice president. I have also helped by volunteering for several other nonprofits, organizations that are helping make a difference in our community. I've always wanted to be a part of our local city council. I have followed our city happenings and our council meetings. As my own children have moved on to their military careers and my time becomes more focused on my life goals, I have chosen to attend city council meetings for about the past 2 years. Now I have chosen to be more involved, and I have taken the steps to have my name added to this year's mayoral ballot. As mayor, I would like to bring a background of new ideas to our old agendas and a fresh look at our current hot topics. By bringing our council and citizens of New London together as one, making the city of New London and its citizens priority number 1. You can contact me by email, mark.herder4mayor@yahoo.com.